Good morning, everyone. So on the KRATOM, the tea that I've been doing, a concentrate, this is the way it looks. This has been in the refrigerator for a time now, but the way I've been using it the last few days, I go through it fairly fast. I do usually to a little, just a shot glass of the KRATOM, and that is cooked off. It also has in it turmeric and honey. And for those that have done KRATOM before, you have to take a damn gallon of honey to make it sweet. But anyway, the turmeric that I use, I cook it and make a concoction using black pepper and turmeric, and there's a video of me doing that and the honey, and cook it some. And sometimes I make a big batch, and I had some left over from last year, and I've used it in a couple of batches of the tea. But to get on with the KRATOM, these are some of the leaves that I have been saving, and I just dry them all together, and I come up with interesting colors. This is about pound to 3/4 of a pound that I have just hand crushed, and a guy from Indonesia told me this is the way that they do it, is just put about a kilo in the pot with a gallon or so of water and cook it down. Well, I put, like I said, there's about half a pound to 3/4 in there, and I add my water in. I let it cook for a few hours at a boil, and then I strain that off, and then I put a whole nother batch of leaves in, and I cook it all over again. And whenever I do the second batch of leaves in the pot, that's when I add in the turmeric and the honey and all, and cook it, then strain it off and put it in jars and put it in the refrigerator. And I usually take 2 shots, and then depending on how I'm doing and what I'm doing and how bad I hurt, I'll take another shot in 30 minutes to an hour if I need it, and I just use it as I need it. And that's just me. I am not a doctor. I am not prescribing anyone anything. I'm not trying to tell you it will cure anything of yours. This is just the way I relieve my back pain and such. And it works for me. And I don't sell any leaves. I do have some plants that I will part with from time to time, and you can grow your own. And let's walk out there and look at the plants. The wind's blowing a good bit today. The high's only supposed to be in the 60s, so that was the reason I decided it was a good time to knock the chill out of the house with the wood heater. I have got most everything moved out of the greenhouse. Egyptian walking onions are sure looking pretty. I'm tickled about them. I want to multiply them back out. I had about gave too many of them away. The wind's blowing enough it blew my door over, which it was just leaning up against the greenhouse. But I got the mulberries out, and yesterday I moved the moringa here out. And like I said, moving those size pots and all has an old man hurting pretty well. So I do my KRATOM. These are still the ones here, right in here, that I'm going to plant in the yard before long. And then the ones that had got too big for me to ship or anything are in the gallon pots, 6-inch pots over there. I have 4 roof fats here. Then I have some pink vein indigo. Some other roof fats and bumblebee. And then on this side are the ones that I'm still trying to move before they get too big, but it's things like this plant here is already to where it would be very difficult to try to put him in a box, so he'll probably go in a pot. And somebody the other day had mentioned about they wanted to get some, but it'd be May or June. Well, a lot of these, the way they're growing right now, adding on a 1/2 inch a day or so, by May they ain't gonna go in no box. So I don't know May or June if I'm gonna have anything. It sure probably won't be that size. It'll probably be, because in the next few days I'm gonna start taking some cuttings and rooting some more. I haven't done any this year, so it's about time for that. This is all the stuff here that is still in the greenhouse that is not kratom, and I'm gonna get some more of it moved out. I don't know if I get it today or not. Like I said, I've made a pretty good week, and I still got a lot to do, and in good intentions, but low on gumption. Miracle Fruit is putting on some more berries, and I'm just really impressed with the growth on the Yabamate, however you say that, and the flowers and all. I saw a bee on them yesterday when I was working. I was trying to get, I have a hummingbird that comes in and he'll fight me for sucking on them flowers there, and thinks I'm invading his feeding ground. I had moved all the pineapple sage and salvia out because he was after it, and I had one that kind of got lost last year at one time and ended up I had to catch him and help him out of the greenhouse. I love the color on that shamrock. Very pleased with all 3 of my containers of horseradish. And my curry trees are doing pretty good. I'm going to try to cut the tops back off of them before long and see if I can root them. I don't know. I like to experiment and try things, and don't like to waste nothing if I can help it. Nothing happens tomorrow. I have pumpkins and squash and cucumbers and all that here that I'm going to take over to my neighbors where I planted the turmeric in the garden, and plant some other things in the garden. And that's it for today. I need to get back to my pot and some other stuff, and everyone have a blessed day.